Alright, so I wanted to show you this, guys. Have a look. I got this for my birthday with a voucher that my mum gave me, and then it's like a tea infuser, and you can make hot tea or like cold iced tea, and it's got double glass, so it's like a glass thermos, so you can fill it up with boiling water. You just put your tea in there. Yeah, just put that in there, and then fill it up with boiling water. Put the lid on, and then you've got hot tea waiting to go. I really like it, and there's a blue ones and pink ones, and I really like it. Could just keep your tea hot for a long time, and just, you know, quite often I'm so busy my tea goes cold, so I could just take a few sips and then put the lid back on, and then it will stay hot, and then I can drink my tea throughout the morning. So I'm making a green tea right now. This is great. Hello everyone, my name is Peta and welcome to paradise. Well, sort of. We are here in this old house, staying in this old house on my parents' and sister's farm. We are, as I think I said in the previous video, we are trying to sell our caravan to get a different one, and we also want a full drive, and we are just staying here while that all happens, because yeah, we've got to sleep somewhere while we do all of that, because we're not sleeping in the caravan. We've been here for probably like 2 weeks, except for like 5 days where we went and we were in that holiday house, and then on the way home from that trip where we went to the fireworks and everything, our car actually broke down on the way home. Yes, and we were stuck on the side of the road for about 2 hours in about 33-degree weather in the full sun, and it was not very fun. That is a whole nother story for another day. Anyway, our car is fixed again, and we are here enjoying this beautiful sunshine. It's a lovely day. It's nice down here in the southeast. It doesn't get too hot. You know, like up near Adelaide it gets, and beyond, it gets like really hot. It doesn't get quite as hot down here, except for maybe like a little bit in the middle of summer. Anyway, what we are doing today, I thought while we're here I might do a bit of gardening and plant some salad things, because, you know, we're a long way away from any shops. Yeah, it's 30 kilometers to the nearest small town, and then there's two like larger towns. One's probably about an hour's drive, and the other one's about an hour and 40 minutes. You know, I love lettuce and things to be really fresh. You can't really buy like bulk lettuce. Like, it only really stays good for about 2 to 3 days. So I'm planting some lettuce and radishes and some basil here in this, I'll show you, in this little garden plot. Here's like, this used to be a tank stand, and we took off the tank. Well, someone did. I didn't do it. Anyway, but we did this ages ago. For those of you who don't know, we actually lived in this old house for about, I'll show you inside maybe later. We lived here for about 2 years, and our fourth baby Holly was born when we lived here, and then Luke got a job up near Adelaide, so then we moved up there, and we find ourselves back here again. And when we were here, we put all those stone, built those stone wall up there, and then we turned this into like a little garden bed. There is a crowbar here. Why is that there? Oh my goodness, that's really heavy. Yesterday I put potting mix. I put potting mix here yesterday, and I'm going to plant this lettuce before it dies. It's called Caesar mix, yeah. And then later after lunch, they're inside eating lunch at the moment, or they're nearly finished. They're with Luke, and Savannah is going to come out here and help me plant the radish seeds and the basil seeds. So I reckon I might plant the lettuce. I guess it doesn't really matter which one. Maybe this one. found a frog.
It's a frog. It was like in our gardening.
And that's really good because what did we learn today in our schoolwork?
Frogs. All about frogs.
And what exactly about frogs did we learn?
Frog life cycle.
Yep, the life cycle of a frog. So I would say that that's an adult frog, isn't
Yeah.
it? Because it's not a tadpole anymore. Hello, Froggy. He probably doesn't like being in the full sun.
How about we dig a hole and...
This is how our gardening's looking. We just need to do the seeds now, the basil and the radishes.
I want to have a gypsum.
Okay.
There we go. Now, what animal tapping? Okay.
Yeah, inside. Okay, so it is later in the day now. I am in the kitchen of this old farmhouse. Now, no one has lived here for years. It's just been mostly empty, collecting dust. There's been mice in here, cobwebs, like it's pretty old and kind of gross. But I did a bit of cleaning up today, like at least one little section of the kitchen, and it's not too bad. Yeah, so I'll give you like a bit of a look and I'll show you what I'm cooking tonight. When we moved out of our house, we stored all our stuff here. It's not like away because there's no cupboards here. It's just kind of all sitting in boxes and just sitting everywhere. This is where we stored our things for our caravan trip. And yeah, this is kind of where we come back to when we come and visit my parents. It's just a good place to stay, to give my parents a bit of a break from all the little ones. Can be quite full on and noisy and messy. So yeah, so we just come here. And yeah, like I said before, we actually lived here for 2 years. And before we lived here, no one had been in this house for 30 years. Can you imagine 30 years of dust, cobwebs? There was old furniture and old junk everywhere. There was there'd been blowflies in here, and there was fly spots all over the walls. It was just like gross. It's just sitting here like on the farm, and people use it for storage. And we cleaned the whole thing out, and we had all these really grand plans how we're going to redecorate and paint and do the floor. And we started to do things, but it was just a period of our lives where we just didn't have time because we had 4 little ones, and Luke was actually working an hour from here, and he was constantly driving back and forth going to work when we were here. And we didn't have a lot of money to do stuff, and so things just didn't really get done. So yeah, so this is the kitchen. Oh yeah, my brother-in-law and sister come in here like, because they work on the farm, and they like eat their lunch and stuff in here. So there was like their toaster and kettle, and just some of their lunchy things were in here. Yeah, so yeah, there's our fridge from home. We kept our fridge and we kept our chest freezer, and there's some paintings that they've been doing. Yeah, that's my brother-in-law and sister's fridge. And that's my parents' fridge that they keep extra apples in when it's apple season. There's Arrow. You want to say hello, Arrow?
Hello.
What are you getting? Apple. There's our plants from our caravan. All our stuff we got out of the caravan and we've just chucked here. There's stuff on the bench everywhere. That's my sister's stereo. There's like the old cupboards. This must have been built in the 1950s or 60s. Anyway, so this house was built in the early 1960s. My mum just confirmed. So anyway, this is the kitchen table that was here, and this is all our stuff from our kitchen that we kept. I didn't know where to put it, so it's just all there. And yeah, look at this floor. So when we were here, these like lino tile things were like half ripped up, and like all the dirt was going under the tiles. So then we started ripping them up with the intention of always putting in a new floor, and then we never did. So the floor is basically just mud. It's like living in a mud hut.
Dirt.
I know, you can't actually clean it. Yeah, and it does have a bit of a smell.
But we're gonna redo the whole thing. Because I did the van, I can do it here.
Yes, Luke's thinking that we might just do what we did with the van floor and do it in here just while we're here, just so at least we can finish what we started and put in a floor for when we come here. So that'll be great. I'll show you what I'm cooking for tea tonight. I'm gonna do tacos, and I don't buy like that taco seasoning anymore because it's just so it got some other ingredients in it that are not good for you. So I just would like to make my own. I'm gonna do like a big bulk lot and then freeze it. So I found this recipe online. Can't really see it. Anyway, yeah, it's got like, yeah, onion, garlic, and it's got pepper and cumin, oregano, paprika, chili and salt. So yeah, I'm going to fry the mince up in coconut oil and mix all that in. And yeah, perhaps I'll show you what it looks like when it comes out. Okay, so this is how my taco mince turned out. It smells really good. So with all those different spices in it and everything. So yeah, so that's the mince for it. And yeah, I've just been busy getting the other things ready for it. We're gonna have guacamole, cucumber, lettuce, tomato, and cheese. And I'm also gonna put this sauce on top. And these are the shells. I just got like, not a pack of taco, like not the taco making pack, but just the shells. So yeah, I got 2 boxes of shells. So yeah, that's what we're having for tea tonight, guys. We are outside, we've had our tea, and I just come outside to get some fresh air with Cedar. And I love just taking babies and little ones. There you are, Cedar. I love taking babies and little ones outside in the evening if it's warm enough, just because like babies are inside a lot with their napping and just playing a lot indoors, and they forget that they need some fresh air. And I find that if you take them outside for a bit, they're just so much happier and sleep better too. And I just love the way that he just looks at everything. See, look at him looking up at the trees, and he just takes it all in and looks at everything. And he just, if a bird makes a noise, he looks up at it, and he looks up at the trees. And he just loves coming outside. Don't you, Cedar? Cedar, you love coming outside? Look at him looking around.
Mommy!
Oh, he just loves looking at everything.
Mommy!
Yeah?
I got pussy tails.
Hang on, we'll see if we can get you in the shot.
You got pussy tails.
You got pussy tails. Lovely. Well, there's plenty of those here. So we're just out there in the yard looking at the fruit trees, aren't we, Cedar? So there's quite a few fruit trees even in this yard. This is like my parents' overflow. This is not their yard. This is the yard of the old cottage. And yeah, there's a great big pear tree over there with a net on, and there's quite a lot of pears on it. So I'm looking forward to that. And I think there's something up here. I think it's a white mulberry. Hey, Willow, come and have a look at this. I think, you know, this tree is a white mulberry and it's got these really interesting little mulberries. Hang on,
Hey.
there's one. See that? Pinky white colour. See that? I'll see if I'll hold up so you can see.
Can we eat them?
So here,
Can we eat it?
you eat that. It's a white mulberry. It's a berry.
Can you pick it?
You can put the stem in your mouth too. Just put the whole thing in your mouth. They don't really, no, that's green. They have to be like a whitey pinky colour. So they don't really taste like anything. Not like proper mulberries. Oh, see, look at that. They're like a whitey pink. Try that one. Put that in your mouth. What do you think, Cedar? Do you want one? Should we get one for Cedar?
Little thing, really a little bit tastes like.
Do you want it?
I would go like this.
Do you want that? He's like, what are you putting in my mouth, mother?
I don't like it.
Didn't you like it?
No, I don't.
He's not really chewing, he's just sitting it in his mouth. Okay, so thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and we'll see you next time. Bye!
Look
Do
at
you want
this.
to say bye, Holly?
I'm a tumbleweed. Tumbleweed.